Hey Taurus, welcome back. It's Gigi with Soul Intuitive, and this is your weekly tarot scope from September 4th all the way to wonderful September 10th, possibly even September 11th. I'm saying possibly September 11th for you guys because, yeah, energetically, that's how this feels. It feels like your portion of the reading is actually rolling through September 11th. So let's get into it. Just to call out, okay, well, I'm starting there because that's the one that flipped over. Just to call out for this week, 9/9 is a portal day. September 9th is a portal day. Take the opportunity. I always talk about magic, and for some people it doesn't seem like magic, but I'm telling you now, every human does a ritual in their day-to-day. They just don't think that it's a ritual. Anyway, to harness your inner power, to do more with the energies of this week, right? Remember, we still have planets in retrograde. We still have planets in retrograde, and we have some other transits that are occurring. Sorry, I almost lost my train of thought for a second. You need not, it's not that you don't need to pay attention to those. It means you need to pay attention to those as they fall into your chart, where they are in your chart, right? Hold that thought, Taurus. I need to clarify on that one. Take this. All right, so that card is supposed to be upside down. I just wanted to make sure. I may get clarity on it later towards the close of the reading, but for the moment, we'll see. How we starting out? All right, so Queen of Cups is your starting energy this week, Taurus. Someone is having a difficult time with a child relationship. Like, I'm being called to this little bitty baby, or this little kid, child, whatever, little angel that's hiding here. Not the other two that are here that are just fine, right? But this one down here, I'm being called to pay attention to that one. There may be a child that you seem disconnected from, or the child seems disconnected from you in your parenting. I'm going to say it happens in life. It happens as these little ones are growing and becoming knowledgeable of who they are, their environment, and other additional factors. A disconnection can seem that way. I feel like you can draw that connection back in. You can realign that connection with this little one. You kind of have to get them alone. I know that seems weird because if you're a mama, this is specific for, this is for a mother. If you're a mother, you have little ones, of course you can get them in alignment. Sometimes because one child can be off doing something else, it can take you a little longer to reel that one in, but there's always a way for you to reel it in. So what I'm going to say to you is focus on the connection. Focus on the points in which you and this child connect and drive home on that, right? Just double down on those points in which you all connect to bring that baby back into the fold, or to bring that child back into the fold. For the rest of y'all that's not resonating with, the fact that you are in your Queen of Cups energy says to me that you are looking at forging and building relationships stronger, making better connections with people, and being of pure heart when you do that. Queen of Cups is a beautiful soul, but she is very, very clear energetically on love. She's very clear on her heart space, and she does not choose from an unbalanced heart space. So if some of you all are dealing with difficulties or tedious relationships or challenging relationships, understand every relationship helps. The reason why relationships are so much, how can I put this? The reason why the humans, we get involved in a multitude of relationships is because each relationship is a lesson. If you believe that, quote unquote, buy into reincarnation and having a soul path and a soul journey, right? Then every relationship, every interaction that you have with a human is an opportunity to either expand on a relationship, or on a lesson. Sorry, not a relationship. To expand on a lesson, right? It's to expand on a lesson. I'm going to say that again for the people in the back. Expand. Figure the lesson out. Get the lesson so you don't have to repeat it. And people show up the very same way. If you don't learn the lesson, they show back up the same way before, as much as the other person. I'm not going to say before the other person, but they show up damn near exactly mimicking the other person that you did not get the lesson from. I personally have been through that with friendships and even in intimate relationships. I've seen the same energy of an individual show back up again. And it shows back up again because I didn't get the lesson the first time. So for those of you all who are really in your Queen of Cups energy, understand that in order to be in your Queen of Cups energy, your heart has to be balanced. If your heart is not balanced, that's what you really need to get into. I'm saying that even more so because normally the traditional meaning of the Two of Pentacles is juggling money, going back and forth. I'm not going to say robbing Peter to pay Paul, but paying Paul a little piece and then going over here to pay Peter more, right? That's traditionally the normal meaning of it. But for you energetically, Taurus, what this feels like is that you were trying to balance things out. There's an ebb and a flow right now in your life, and you're trying to get into this Queen of Cup headspace. And getting into that Queen of Cup headspace forces you to balance your heart space out. It forces you to balance it out because Queen of Cups energy, like I said before, comes through and she's real clear because she speaks from a heart space. She moves from a heart space. She doesn't move from the land of I don't really know. She don't even reside there. She's nowhere near the land of I don't know. She knows. And she's clear because emotionally she's balanced out. There's a level of emotional intelligence with the Queen of Cups that I feel like we all should strive to be like, because she, no harm, no foul. She's not upset about anything because she understands from a heart space how something can be verbally stated, but not necessarily meant to be malicious. In this moment, in this week, you are balancing out your heart space. We followed that, Taurus, by 2 or 3 days. Energy is fluid, right? So it's your life. So you got to pay attention to that. But it's a heartbreak. It really, truly is a heartbreak. A heartbreak comes through. But look how this is occurring. This is the energy I think some of you all are desiring to be in. And Spirit is working with you all by saying, okay, but we got to balance this out. You got to balance this out. You got to balance this heartbreak. Whatever that is that broke your heart, whatever that is that provided emotional confusion in your life, you got to work on that to really embody this Queen of Cups energy. You have to be of clear heart. You have to be, because otherwise we out here in these streets making these half-hearted ass decisions about interacting with people and even taking on more opportunities. We won't get to that part because our heart space isn't imbalanced. I would look to do some heart healing or heart chakra meditations if you can, Taurus. I'm not finished with the reading, but I'm really being called to you clearing your heart space. For some, there's a level of guilt associated with whatever this is, whatever this interaction, whatever this relationship, whatever this was. There is a level of guilt that is keeping you from moving forward. And my love goes out to you because I understand how that can cause you from wanting to move forward. On some level, you got to do that, but you have to make the conscious decision to choose to move forward and then back that up with practical application of doing certain things to heal your heart space and to balance out your heart space. So we run into the Two of Pentacles, the Three of Swords. Following all of that is the Queen of Swords. So you got the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Swords, right? That Queen of Swords following this Three of Swords tells me that you get real clear about what you want, what you will deal with, what you will tolerate, Taurus. There's nothing wrong with being in that position. All I'm going to reiterate to you again is that when you were in this Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords energy, it is from, she is mentally astute. She is sharp as shit. And this isn't the deck where there's the Queen of Swords actually has her heart in like a cage, because she doesn't lead from a emotional place. She leads from a logical place. So she's more from her head space than she is from her heart space. And I'm sorry, y'all can see my arm doing this. This is the angle of the camera. But you will be in a much more logical space to be able to suss out what you need to do to help heal and clear this for you in this Queen of Cups energy. It's interesting that the Queen of Cups popped out first, but this came out after the fact. I feel like it's a desire of yours to really be in this type of energy, in this type of emotional strength. Like, that is your desire. That's really what you want to do. And that's fine. That's completely okay. You can do that, right? You just got to get clear and you got to get balanced. That's it. That's it. So that's not it, but that's it for this. But this Queen of Swords energy comes in towards the latter half of the week. Do not. The Fool card is in reverse. So it's calling out to me that there's a delay in a new beginning. And that delay in that new beginning could be because there's no clarity here. There's no balance here. So you got to work to balance this out in order to be able to have that Fool card upright. And for that new beginning to begin, you're already in the Queen of Swords space, right? You're already there in the good logical space, but you have to align head, heart, spirit. You have to align all of them. You cannot just, well, you can, but again, we will make decisions, and that's a different conversation for a different day, and we'll have to get back to that. I'm going to get you a Pure Magic Oracle card for the week. Someone loves bluebirds. I don't know who that is, but if that's you, this is for you. The Witch's Wound. Now, despite the wording, the card says remedy, magical medicine, sacred heart, another day. Right? I'm going to read this card to you because I think that there's something in it to heal this and realize what we've been talking about through the majority of this reading is a heartbreak, right? Some level of heartbreak. So Witch's Wound, I want you to see that card. It's number 36, right? And it has a big old heart on the front of it. So yeah, you got some heart healing to do, Taurus. And ain't nothing wrong with hard work. Girl, child, y'all, get it together. Hard work is good. That is not a bad thing. Before somebody thinks that it's a bad thing, it's not a bad thing. I don't want to do that. Well, you know, a lot of us don't want to do a lot of stuff, but it's better to do it because otherwise we begin to make decisions from a non-empowered place, from a fear-based place. And you don't want to do that because those are even worse. Making those decisions are even worse. I'm sorry, it took me a while to get to that one. Okay, cauldron, body, hearth, or bowl. We use various vessels to spin our magic and then drink the tonics, spells of love and delight. What remedy do you seek? What remedy do you seek? You have all you need at the reach of your hand. Your heart is the wellspring to nature's abundance as you connect with love and grace. Do not fear a life of danger or suffering, but instead fear a life of no growth. The wisdom here is you are the vessel of experience and your heart is a cauldron of power and change. Craft a psychic golden crown and place it atop your head. You are worthy of redemption. Weren't we just talking about guilt? You are worthy of healing and peace. Refrain from annoyance or anxious impatience. All things are carried out in nature's process. Right? All things are carried out the way they should be carried out, but you are being called to heal your heart. All right, Taurus, this has been a vibe, and this has been a reading. I love you. Thank you for being present. You honor me by being present. I honor you by being present. Until next week, I say ashe and peace.